Judy. Welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to be making my recipe for biscuits and gravy. I'm going to start with about 2 cups of self-rising flour and about 1/4 of a cup of shortening, which I'm going to cut into the flour with my knife. Then I'm going to get my hands in there and break it up. Get that shortening all into your flour. Then I'm going to make kind of a well in the middle, like so, and add about 3/4 of a cup of milk. And just work the milk and the flour together, bringing it from around the edge of your bowl. So it all gets nice and distributed, put together. We got a nice dough. I'm going to add a little bit more milk. So altogether you're going to have about 1 cup of milk. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Once you get your biscuit dough mixed together carefully, don't mix it too much, just get it enough to where it's just mixed together. Then turn it on to your floured surface, and we're going to add a little bit more flour onto the top so it's easy to work with. And then just kind of flatten it out carefully. You don't want to work the biscuit dough too much because it'll make your biscuits tough. Nobody likes a tough old biscuit. So then we're going to get our pan that we've greased and put a little bit of flour in. And cut out the biscuits. Put them close together. They don't have to be perfect, they're homemade. Just get them into the pan, and we're going to put them in our oven that we've already preheated at 450. So it's nice and hot. And wash my hands real quick again. Okay, now that we got the biscuits in the pan, we're going to put them in our oven at 450 for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven. And while those are baking, we can start our gravy. Okay, so now we're ready to make our gravy. You're going to have your heat on medium. Don't have your grease hot before you start. I've got some bacon grease here. You could just use canola oil if you don't have any, but bacon grease is a lot better. And you're going to put a little bit of flour. That's probably about 1/2 cup. For a big amount of gravy though. You don't want to put too much flour. Just add a little bit at a time and you can figure it out. Salt and pepper. You want lots of flavor in there. Then you're going to take your whisk and just stir that up. Get all the lumps out. And then you can start turning your heat up. So what you want this to do is start to bubble and brown. It takes that raw flour taste out. Got this going. Try to take it a minute to start bubbling. Be patient. You got to keep stirring. That's the thing. A lot of people have problems with making gravy because they're not patient and they don't watch over it. You have to stay over it pretty much the whole time and keep stirring. Get this going a little faster. Okay, now the flour and oil is starting to bubble up. See that? That's what you want it to do. You want it to let it do this for about a minute so that it starts to brown a little bit. Give your gravy some color and better flavor than just a raw flour taste. Once it starts doing that, then you want to slowly add your milk, but you got to keep stirring at the same time. So we're going to add our milk. We're going to whisk, whisk, whisk like crazy. But don't stir it out of the pan either. Okay. So we got some milk in there. It's going to start thickening up once it gets heated back up again. And this is where you just have to be patient and stir. And once you start feeling it get thicker, if it gets too thick, add some more milk. This looks just about right. This is when you definitely do not walk away. Because it'll burn, it'll stick to the bottom, and you'll have a mess. And some disappointed biscuit and gravy eaters too. I add a little bit more pepper to it because I like a lot of pepper in mine. Just let it start to simmer. Thicken up. Okay. And there's our gravy. It's looking real good. Thick, bubbly. And now we're going to turn our heat down and just let it hang out while we finish our biscuits. See how that looks? Perfect. Okay, so we're going to turn our heat off. Gravy's done. Looks good. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, let's check on those biscuits. And the biscuits are done. Yum. Okay, turn off all your heat. Now we're going to get biscuit. Ouch, that hot. Be careful. Get your biscuit. And your gravy. And there you have it, biscuits and gravy.